Yo, welcome back to the J&E Comic Cast.
Yo.
I'm here with E.
Oh, yeah, you supposed to say
No. I'm changing it up. I'm changing
you threw
it up.
me up, dog.
No. I am with E. And I'm Jay.
Yeah,
Josiah.
I'm wearing my best dad ever shirt today.
Yo, I had to throw him off.
Yeah, it wasn't cool, man. That wasn't cool. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, my bad, bro. My bad. All right. Before we get into this episode, we just wanted to let you guys know we both seen Black Widow. We're going to be talking about it today.
I watched it last night at 2 a.m.
He watched it at 2 a.m. I watched it by I would say about 7:30. So there might be spoilers in here. So if you haven't watched it and if you enjoy spoilers, enjoy the podcast. If you don't enjoy spoilers, I would click off and return whenever you watch it.
And we'll also have Loki spoilers, too. If you haven't watched
That as
episode 5 of Loki, we'll talk about Loki today. We'll be talking about Black Widow, obviously. We got a new trailer for Marvel's What If series coming out in August. So
there's going to be a lot
of the stuff. Yeah. And Comic-Con, I think, is 2 weeks from now. So we'll be talking about. So we're still working on
Comic-Con's 2 weeks. MegaCon's a month.
Yeah, we're looking into MegaCon too. So
yeah. But let's get into this episode.
Yes, sir.
First topic, of course. Again, spoiler warning. Black Widow. Your thoughts?
Whoa. First of all, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give the movie overall?
Me personally, 1 to 10, I would give it a 8.
An 8, I think 8. So I think I give it about the same, about 8, 7.5.
Real quick, if you're coming from our Twitter or Instagram, I said 10 out of 10. That was just to get you guys hyped. It was clickbait. But I give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
Shameless clickbait.
Clickbait.
I don't know why.
Yo, promoted Black Widow.
Marvel Studios. Put some money in our pocket. Real quick. Because I said I was gonna do this. This episode was brought in part by Sensi or Sensi.
No.
Right here, bro.
Get out of here with that.
Yeah,
We're not sponsored.
Shout out to Sensi.
No sponsorship.
Who keeps the room fresh.
Let's click it
on. Hit him with the light real quick.
Whoa.
Dog. Yeah. Okay. Back to Black Widow stuff.
All right. You're on your thoughts on the movie and stuff.
I think it was 7.5. I think that it would. I still think that the movie would have had a different impact if it came out during the time frame that it covered. So if it came out, I think the movie is right after Civil War and right before Infinity War. It is. Not I think it is. So I think it would have been a really good job. I think it would have been a really smart thing for them to do that, because then I think that Black Widow's death in Endgame would have had more of an impact. But then, the end credit scene wouldn't have had the same. We would have been confused about it.
Yeah.
So I guess I could see why they put it out when they put it out. But then you can also really say that they could have put that scene at the end of Endgame too. You know what I mean? And kind of tease
That's true.
the next phase of Marvel with that.
But I think if they would have, so piggybacking on what you said, if they released it after Civil War and stuff, and then kept that ending scene, it would have been like, what do you mean he's the cause of Black Widow's death? And then it would have been getting us what's happening next.
That's true. It could have brought hype, because either way, I think it's given us hype anyway, because I think that that end scene is going to lead us to maybe the Hawkeye show that's coming out on Disney Plus at the end of the year.
That's what I think.
Shout out to Disney Plus for putting us giving us some fire Marvel content.
This is true. I think so. My theories with that, like you said, we're gonna get the Hawkeye TV show coming out. I have a feeling that she's gonna make an appearance in that show, and that was the little teaser we got for that show to come. And
she might be the bad guy.
I don't think so. I think she's gonna start off.
Not the bad, not the true bad, because she's not evil, but
yeah.
She might be the, you know what I mean? Because they might be dealing with, he might be handling or dealing with, her.
Do you think Taskmaster returns?
Taskmaster's not dead, so I could see Taskmaster returning, but the impression that I got was that they kind of converted Taskmaster to a good guy, so Taskmaster might be a part of the Avengers, which is,
I would hate that,
which would be pretty crazy. I would too.
I would hate that.
I'm not gonna lie. Or
I
not
think
an Avenger, maybe kind of like an anti-hero. You know what I mean? Like
this is true.
Taskmaster has her own agenda.
Because
And
Taskmaster is also a
her
Spider-Man villain.
there you go. There's a spoiler. Her you know what? We might see Taskmaster in No Way Home.
I don't think so. I don't think we'll see her in No Way Home, but in a future project,
that would be pretty crazy though.
Yeah, you never
That's
know.
pretty crazy. Taskmaster was pretty dope in the movie
Or the
too.
next Black Panther, because we saw in the movie, again, spoiler, that she was studying Captain America's and Black Panther's fighting styles. in
Yeah,
Civil
that was a
War.
pretty cool scene when she was fighting Red Guardian and she did the whole
The claws.
Wakanda pose and pulled out the vibranium claws.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were real vibranium, but they were metal. They were something impressive.
Yeah.
She she put the hands on Red Guardian.
Yo, speaking of Red Guardian, the actor that I don't remember the actor's name.
David Harbour.
Yeah,
Harbour.
from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
But he killed Red Guardian. I loved him as Red Guardian.
You know what? I think he was probably one of my favorite parts of the movie.
100%.
I think that he was hilarious, and
100%.
and just some of the funny stuff that he did, especially the beginning of the movie when they're trying to escape the police. I thought that was really interesting. I thought it was really cool how they did that.
He killed it, and Black Widow's sister killed it. What's her name? Yelena. Why you do the pose and the hair flip?
Yeah, and then she did it too, and she was like,
this is disgusting.
Oh, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Were there any parts of the movie that did not work for you that you think that did not work for
I
you?
feel like Marvel's budget on this was a little low because their CGI, some of their CGI was
Like in what part?
the plane crash scene when they picked up Red Guardian and then they didn't have enough gas and stuff, and then the plane crashing and stuff. I think that was a little weak, that scene and stuff. Other than the movie itself, I think it was an awesome movie. I think, again, granted, the character is dead in Avengers Endgame, and now we get a movie about her and stuff, her own personal movie to say, and now, like, what are they gonna go with it? And I have, like, again, like we saw in Loki and stuff, with the latest Loki episode, there was multiple Lokis. They could bring her back in a multiverse aspect.
Yeah, I could see them doing that. But then I feel like if they do that, it cheapens her death in Endgame. You know?
I mean, it does, but like again, if they wanted to, they can bring back Tony Stark as well. They can bring back.
I think it's
in the
best to. I mean, as much as I would love to see him in another Marvel project, I think it's just best to keep him dead.
Yeah.
And I think same thing with her too. I think it's best to just let her die, bro.
One of the two Whoa.
They've had their time, man.
Avengers assemble. What about it? Like really?
They got replacements, man. We got Spider-Man to replace Tony Stark, and we got Yelena to replace.
I think she's gonna be the next Black Widow, but like not as quote unquote Black Widow itself, but like the replacement,
like her own version of it.
Oh God, sorry. Yeah, Spider-Man replacing Tony Stark. I don't know about that one. I mean, I'm a big Spider-Man fan and stuff, but I don't think he can replace Tony Stark.
They kind of set them up to be.
He's his own hero.
Yeah, I mean, no, and I get that. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is like he's gonna be like, I think, in my opinion, I think Spider-Man's gonna be like the de facto, like the head of the Avengers moving forward. You know what I mean? Like the whole emotional, like soul of the Avengers, kind of like Tony Stark was. You know?
Yeah, I think when they do the Avengers Initiative again, I think it's gonna be Spider-Man. You're gonna have the making of Captain Marvel, not Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, movies or TV show that they leaked and stuff. So she might be a part of that. Then you got also the Hawkeye and his daughter's movie, TV show coming out
on Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's coming out on Disney Plus, and we might get a glimpse of her being the next Hawkeye. What I was thinking of, what happens if Iron Man? Remember, Iron Man had a daughter. What happens if they make the daughter?
Oh, Ironheart.
Ironheart, yeah.
I don't think I mean, they'd have to advance the movies, advance the Marvel universe forward. Like what, like
10 years?
No, more than that, because I don't think she would. I mean, she looked like she might have been like 4 or 5. So they'd have to advance it at least somewhere between 10 and 15 years to get her to kind of like maybe be of age. I mean, unless she's just like a genius, but I don't foresee them having like a
Probably
a
maybe a future
5-year-old
project.
kid just kind of fighting in an Iron Man costume.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
that'd be crazy. Um,
I think Pepper Potts was just a one and done thing when she fought as
Yeah.
Rescue in Endgame.
do you think in
That
No
was a
Way
cool
Home
scene, too.
she comes out? There's a little scene with Peter going to see Pepper Pops.
No, I personally think that Marvel is going to do what they can to distance themselves, not distance themselves, but to move on from
Iron Man.
Iron Man. Yeah.
So you don't
I
think
think
she
I
will
think
ever
we're
have a
gonna I
return?
think we're gonna see him in no. I think we're gonna see him in What If. His you know what I mean? I think he's gonna replay Iron. I think Robert Downey Jr. is gonna do his Iron Man thing in What If, and then I think that's probably it.
Okay. Speaking about What If, we got a trailer for that dropped.
Yeah.
Link
it's
for
an
that will
animated
be
show.
yeah. Link for that will be in our description if you guys haven't checked it out yet. What do you think about that? What If? What's going through your mind with that?
I thought it was really interesting. I liked how they redid. They start off with showing us scenes of stuff that we've already seen. Like I thought it was really cool to see Iron Man. Not Iron Man. Tony Stark doing the whole thing with the soldier right before he got shot by his own missile. You know what I mean? Like that scene. Like that was the first Iron Man. I thought it was pretty cool. And in one of the pictures, I think that Marvel released for What If, they have they're kind of showing like different characters or stuff. They had like zombie Iron Man. They had T'Challa if he was swapped with Star-Lord, so they had him as kind of like Star-Lord.
Yeah.
That was pretty interesting. And then I think one of the things that was like the most interesting to me about the poster was Gamora and Thanos armor. So
Right?
I wonder what they're gonna do that. Maybe they'll have her as like almost like the big baddie with that.
Not to cut you off or anything, but
But you didn't cut me off.
But he just had his second COVID vaccine, and this is why he might be a little slow and quiet today. Because this is how
sorry
he's talking.
guys. Sorry,
I'm
always.
Let me get some more of that energy. Let me get that egghead energy, bro.
I'm always chill. I'm always chill, man. I'm always chill.
Yeah, I need more energy. This is how he's talking, like if we were an ASMR. No. We're a podcast. We're energetic. We're talking about comics, something we both enjoy.
From somebody other than Josiah too.
Yeah, you guys don't want to hear me. You came to see Egg.
You guys, you know what you guys do at night when you guys are tired? Put on the podcast and fast forward to or start talking about What If, and then and that'll put you right to sleep too.
For real, you need more of that energy,
of my
bro.
voice put you to sleep.
Okay. Yeah, that was crazy. Gamora and Thanos armor. That'll be a sick story. She becomes like trying to get the Infinity Stones.
And just having to go against her. I think that'll be really kind of crazy too.
I don't know how. Yeah, that'll be insane.
And I wonder how like I guess obviously we could speculate all we want, but it'll be interesting to see like what got her to that point.
Yeah.
Maybe her training with Thanos, realizing this is actually what I need to do.
Yeah.
And then where's Thanos there?
Or the death of her daughter.
Yeah.
Or her sister.
Yeah. Or you know what I mean? Imagine if Thanos was on the Avengers side. And all of a sudden
That'd be
Thanos
crazy.
and everybody else fighting against Gamora.
I love the
she's wielding
animation.
the stones.
Yeah, the animation reminded me of the Into the Spider-Verse movie. The animation was really good.
It's crazy because it looks like and I think Marvel's so great about this, and I think something that DC needs to do better of with their with DC's shows. You can tell that they don't put in as much money as Marvel puts into their shows.
Yeah.
All of Marvel's everything that we've gotten Marvel related has almost come across as like a mini movie.
Yeah, that is true.
Loki. I know you haven't finished watching, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but that too.
Yeah.
And what was the other thing that they came out with?
WandaVision.
All of it has played out like a mini movie, and it's all intertwined. The only thing that they kind of suffer with is that some of the shows suffer from like pacing. You know what I mean? Like where you have really slow episodes, like episode 3 of Loki, which was a dumpster fire.
Yeah. I was talking to one of my friends because just knowing how he is and stuff, I said, dude, if you don't like constant talking and stuff, you're not going to care for Loki. So he likes to wait till the TV shows fully released. He doesn't watch them in release days. He just waits till it's completely finished and then starts binge watching it. And I told him, dude, if you're going to do it that way, you're going to have to enjoy all the talking because Loki is very talkative and stuff. But the show is amazing. I love how they were explaining the time, the timeline, the multiverse and stuff. That's why my theories with a lot of stuff that we're seeing and coming out, and a lot of stuff that got leaked and stuff, there has to be an explanation why Electro is coming. Jamie Foxx was in Amazing Spider-Man 2 as Electro, and why is he now going to be in No Way Home? How does he get into that timeline or into that universe? Same thing with Doc Ock. He was in the universe with Tobey Maguire and Spider-Man 2. How is he going to end up into the timeline and or universe that Tom Holland's now from? And then we got also leaks with Green Goblin supposed to be showing up. We have a lot of stuff. So we know for sure it's gonna be the Sinister Six. Do you think any of the Black Widow characters are gonna show up? Like Red Guardian might pop up.
I mentioned Taskmaster. I think I will definitely see Taskmaster. Not definitely. I think there's a chance to see Taskmaster. No, I think Red Guardian, and I think her mom's name was Melina. I think that I think that they're done for. You know, I think that they're going to. I mean, they've been spies pretty much all their life, and I think that the one thing that they did when they took down the organization and the Red Room in Black Widow, I think that they pretty much gave themselves peace, which is something that they didn't have their entire life, and true peace. So I think they're gonna live out the rest of their lives, you know, just doing whatever. I think. I'm thinking about it. Do I think anything in Black Widow is gonna have a long-lasting effect? I think the end scene is really important to the show more than anything. We saw Contessa Valen something Fontaine. I know she has like a really long name. She was also in. I know you haven't seen this, so this is gonna be a spoiler for you. She was in Falcon and Winter Soldier, and
okay.
She was recruiting Sam Walker, who's Captain America, before
Sam Wilson.
Yeah. So she was recruiting
Walker.
Wilson. Sam Walker. Sam was. They gave him the shield after Sam Wilson. Man, now you got me mixed up. So the Falcon turned in his shield into the government, and they gave the shield to Walker, and Walker became Captain America. And then he did some unspeakable things. If you haven't watched the show, you really gotta watch it, dude.
Okay.
And she shows up, and she was like, "Yo, like I can help you out," type thing. So it's like she's kind of like, like if you follow the comps, it's almost like she's building her own team, and she's kind of like playing. She seems to have like a knowledge of things that she shouldn't have knowledge of, and it's almost like she's almost like pulling these strings in the background. So she was supposed to appear for the first time in Black Widow, but we saw her first in Falcon and Winter Soldier, but now you have her with Yelena, and now you have her with a super soldier. So I think we'll definitely see her in No Way Home. I think she's gonna have
she's trying to recruit Peter.
I don't know if she's gonna try to recruit Peter, but I think that we're gonna see her keep pulling strings.
Okay, for a future.
You know what? And something that I just thought about now too. I thought a really cool thing in Black Widow, because they mentioned it in the first Avengers movie, but we finally figured out what happened in Budapest.
Oh yes, because they did mention that.
Yeah, I remember, and everything was talking about. They mentioned it in the first Avengers movie.
Yeah, you're right.
And I think that was interesting to see that it had that tie-in to that first Avengers movie.
Yeah, yeah. How do you think?
Which is crazy because that played a really big part in, I think, her character.
Yeah.
And then I think it was nice to see her get redemption in the end. So
yeah.
And this is a big spoiler warning, but she was I think she was Russian. She was a Russian spy, and she was trying to get out and trying to join SHIELD, and they told her you gotta pretty much kill the head of the Russian organization of the Red Room, who's training out and putting out these Black Widow spies. So she couldn't get to him. So she planted a bomb in his kid's backpack, I believe, and she blew it up thinking that she killed the dude, and unfortunately killed the guy's daughter. So that really messed with her. But that pretty much got her into SHIELD at that point, and then we pretty much see everything play out in Avengers after that. But the one really nice scene was at the end. We found out that that she didn't kill the little girl, and she was able to rescue her from a life of servitude to the Red Room and
Yeah.
mind control. So
Yeah.
that was a nice scene where she kind of was able to apologize to her and kind of, in a way, set things right with her. So,
Yeah. So with Loki, we saw that they finally got to the timekeepers.
and we're hopping again too.
Yeah, we are hopping a lot.
That's okay. That's
Yeah,
okay
yeah.
today. We're hopping
There's
today.
there's
We're
so
jumping
much
today. We're
to talk
jumping.
about, and when you talk about one thing, it makes you think of another thing that may have an effect that leads you to another thing. It's just
It just keeps just like what you said. Certain things just have me thinking about stuff, and
yeah.
I forgot what you mentioned, but it had me thinking about Budapest, and I was like, oh man, that happened in the movie. That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
But back to Loki.
So
Loki was crazy.
Loki, I loved that Loki episode. I know a lot of people said they didn't like that there was other Lokis.
I thought that was funny, man.
I thought it was cool.
That whole scene where they were sitting in the bunker and boastful Loki, they looked at him and was like, yeah, it was me that betrayed you, and and then he got betrayed by President Loki.
Yeah.
And then President Loki got betrayed by somebody else. And then so it was just like a typical Loki moment.
And that was
and then you got alligator Loki biting off the dude's hand, which is hilarious.
Yeah, and that was a little teaser with the multiverse, or from different. It had to be the multiverse because those are not timestamped Lokis.
Those are all variants.
So it's from different.
From different, I guess, universes, different stuff where Loki acts outside of normal. So I guess in a way it could be multi. It is. There are like, I guess, multi Lokis.
Doppelgangers.
Doppelganger clone.
DC ways saying it. So, but we got to see them finally beating that huge dragon,
Storm Cloud or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
What is it called? Eliath, I think it was the name of the creature.
That sounds about right to me.
I think the whole plot of it was, if you haven't watched it, but they're like pretty much at the end of time, and they're trying to find out who created the TVA.
Yeah.
But this creature was standing guard at the door for them to find that out, and they had to figure out a way to get past it.
Yeah. We get to see what this next episode is the last Loki, right?
Yeah, episode 6. And I think it's kind of crazy because I think it's gonna be really interesting because I feel like a lot by episode 5, like I feel like the big Captain America, like in Captain America, Falcon and Winter Soldier, I feel like everything big really happened before episode 6. So episode 6 was just them kind of tying up loose ends. I feel like this is one of the rare times that we're going into the last episode of a show where you have no idea where it's gonna go.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Like, again, we saw the Android version of the Timekeepers. What are they really gonna look like? And I have
if they're even really timekeepers, because we don't know that either.
We don't know how it's gonna end up happening. I have a feeling that, again, my theory is something with the end of Loki. It's gonna mess with the timeline or mess with the multiverse or something, and that's where it's gonna lead into Doctor Strange and the multiverse madness. Something that Loki does and causes it, and we might see an appearance of Loki in Doctor Strange and the multiverse madness.
You know, it'd be really crazy if the person in charge of everything in Loki is another version of Loki. I could see that being the case.
That would be actually insane. And would he betray Sylvia and we'll start ruling with that Loki?
I don't think so. I honestly think, I have a feeling, I'm preparing myself for this mentally. I have a feeling I could see Loki ending up in not a way that everybody expected, by having Loki and Sylvie die.
Both of them die?
Yeah. Just completely wipe everything out and give a closure to the Loki chapter.
I don't know.
And us not seeing Loki again.
I would be sad.
Though I will say I would be very happy also if that wasn't the case and we got to see a Loki and Thor reunion in the next Thor movie, Love and Thunder.
That could be good. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna have Thor do his own thing. I think Loki's gonna be doing his own thing. I don't think they're gonna kill him off because I think he's such a character that many people love and enjoy.
But he should have a happy ending, I think, too.
I feel like he's gonna end up becoming like almost like an anti-hero as well.
Loki?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that this is a one-time thing with the show with him, and I think that if he doesn't die or if he doesn't get somehow, And maybe he finds a timeline where he's happy at or whatever. But if he doesn't like die, and they don't, if he doesn't die, and they don't indispose of him, I think that we'll see him kind of like we saw the Hulk in certain movies where he'll just pop out, do a little bit here and there, and then just kind of be done. You know what's crazy? It'll be crazy too if, like you mentioned, Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness. If he does create the multiverse, it'll be interesting if he becomes the bad guy for that movie.
That'd be good. That'd be cool. What do you think is when you brought up Hawk? It made me think. What do you think is gonna happen with Hawk now? Like, do you think they're just gonna not include him for anything, or what do you think they're gonna go with that?
I think that we'll get one more Hulk movie, or one more Hulk centric movie, where maybe he tries to repair some of the damage to his arm, or something happens, or maybe his Smart Hulk experiment didn't work out the way it's supposed to, and then maybe he becomes Red Hulk, or he becomes the bad guy in one of these movies.
Ooh.
They have so many different directions that they could take.
Hawk.
Yeah, I mean, like, not Hulk. I think just in general with the movies and stuff. I feel like
Yeah.
one of the really cool things about Marvel is that you never really know what they're gonna do next, and I think that's why we enjoy these movies and these shows so much, because there's such a surprise factor to them. You really can't guess it.
Yeah.
Though I will say, me personally, I was watching Black Widow yesterday, and I knew that I had a feeling that Taskmaster was gonna be who Taskmaster was.
The daughter.
The daughter, yeah.
After I saw like she blew up the daughter and stuff, I had the same feeling. And before even the movie began, when she was on the bridge, Taskmaster was on the bridge, Eli was like, "Wait, is that a dude or a girl?" Because she has a very feminine body, and I was like, I googled it, and then I saw it's a girl playing her, but I know in the comics they usually have a man playing Taskmaster and stuff. So I found that interesting that they changed it in the movie and stuff. But I can see why, because again, the whole explosion with her daughter, kind of made sense. Like,
yeah, there's more of a like emotional story to Taskmaster.
Yeah,
which Marvel always does a really good job of doing that too, of bringing these characters, giving these characters like an extra emotional oomph.
Yeah, I can see Hawk becoming in one of the Spiderman movies, making an appearance for that. Maybe in a future movie and stuff, they might bring out something with that, or even
Well, I think he'll probably show up in She-Hulk. We're getting a She-Hulk show.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, something to do with that.
Yeah,
I think
there's a lot of stuff that's coming. Or he might be in a What If, because you know what? That actually made me think. We see an appearance of Abomination coming in Shang-Chi in the 10 Rings, who Hawk fought in the first Incredible Hawk movie.
I think it was the second one. I think the first one.
There was only one for the MCU.
No,
That's what I meant.
Oh yeah, I guess there's two Hulk movies though.
Yeah.
Are they both called Incredible Hulk?
I think the other one's called The Hulk. But there's two Incredible Hulk movies. But the MCU version, we had him fight the Abomination and stuff.
Yeah, you're right. It's just the first one is Hulk, and the second one is the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. So and then they're bringing the Abomination back, and then he's fighting Wong. And like in Avengers Infinity War, the first Avenger Doctor Strange met and Wong met was Hulk.
It's so crazy how far CGI has come.
I seen it. I saw the trailer for the movie and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
so
so crazy. It's on Peacock TV. The movie.
Is it? If you guys have a chance, look up the Hulk movies, the one that came out in 2003, and just look at the CGI version of the Hulk then, and compare it to what we got now in the Marvel universe, and you guys will be blown away.
Yeah,
it's almost no comparison.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot that Marvel can take these movies and shows and what way. I think they're gonna. I'm hoping it's the same way they did Black Widow. They're gonna do for the rest of their movies, that we can just pay $30 on premium access of Disney Plus and be able to watch it. That we don't have to go to theaters and stuff.
Well, you know what? Me personally, I enjoy the whole entire theater experience. So hopefully things get to the point where we can enjoy a movie theater experience without without having to worry too much about COVID. Though, to be honest with you, something I've always wanted to do, and it's kind of been put in my head, which maybe or something we might talk about. We might have to do this with Spider-Man. But it'd be dope to rent out the whole theater out.
Oh yes, I remember we were talking about that.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
I was looking at prices. They raised the prices to rent out theaters now. So originally,
$100.
it was $100.
So what is that now?
The latest movies are $250 to rent out a whole theater. But before it was $100 because you can take only 20. This one, you rent out a whole theater, you can bring 60 people. So
and we'll do some quick math.
Yeah, did the math.
What's that? So 250 divided by 60.
I doubt we're gonna get 60 people. Do 30. We could get 30.
Oh, I did.
Do 60 if you want to do 60 first.
I'm just serious.
Yeah.
So it's like $4 per person. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
If you can find 60 people,
I mean, it's good for like.
Yeah. But I mean, I could probably name like. No, that's not true. I was like, I could probably name like 5 people that I want to watch a movie with. Yeah. But that's not true. That's not true. I enjoy watching movies with whoever. Just as long as
I do not enjoy.
Like
I do not enjoy movies watching with whoever. There's people that ruin movies. There's people that talk during movies, or there's people on their phone in movies. And there's a few people that I will not go to watch certain movies with. I know who I'm thinking about.
I think as long as you don't have your phone in my face, I think it's not an issue. I think phones are disturbing during a movie, disruptive during a movie, and I think chattering too.
I hate chattering. I hate that more than the phone.
And I don't mind a little bit, like if you have a question,
but not during the appointments.
But if you wanna spend the entire hour talking,
I will smack you.
This means that I will smack you.
You sit next to me and you're talking to the entire movie.
The entire movie, yeah, we got issues for real.
We got issues because, I hate talking during movies. I even watching on my home, like, I have to watch it like either by myself or with certain people, like, because then they ask questions or they just talk or they don't really are into the movie and then they go on their phone and then ask, oh, what happened with that scene?
Yeah.
That's the
worst.
If you're paying attention, you would know. Don't ask. Or when they're last minute here? Yeah, or last minute showing up to watch like almost the ending and then asking question, what happened through the entire beginning and middle? I'm like, no. I'm not listening to you. Watch the
Google,
movie,
bro. I'm not Google. Google it. Find out yourself.
So I'm very big on movies and TV shows, especially comic book ones and stuff. Like I love because each comic book movie has some meaning or some thing that's gonna lead into another movie and stuff. So it's a lot of stuff that you got to catch and stuff. I already said that probably tonight or tomorrow I'm gonna rewatch Black Widow again.
Oh really? No, I have to watch. I know you watched it, but I have to watch The Longest Halloween.
Yeah.
And
that was so good. We can probably watch that tonight after the podcast.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea. I'm down.
I'll
I have to watch that, and I have to watch. Well, part 2 comes out the end of this month, right?
Yeah, July 27th, I think it drops.
Oh,
but
that's like a week from now.
Yeah.
I'm just trolling. It's like 2 or 3 weeks from now. So that, and then I feel like there's something else that I have to
Young Justice
catch up on. Yeah, I have to catch up on that too.
You haven't seen none of that, which is season 4 apparently is dropping in August. So I feel like we're gonna get something in Comic-Con with a little sneak peek of a trailer or something with that.
I think we'll get a trailer for No Way Home for Comic-Con.
Probably.
Oh, you know what? Superman and Lois comes back this week too.
Yeah,
I'll be excited for that.
So yeah, I think if Long Halloween tonight, we watch it.
Long Halloween.
I'll rewatch that again. I really enjoyed the movie.
We have to look into maybe renting out the movie theater for No Way Home.
Yo, that would be sick. Yeah, you know what? After the podcast,
you know what, bro?
I'll check it out.
Let's just rent it ourselves and do an episode from the movies.
That'd be sick. Right before a movie starts, we do it, or right after the movie, do it.
We'll run out the whole theater. It'll just be us, and we'll film the episode right before the movie starts, and then we'll drop our thoughts right afterwards. Our spoilerific thoughts. Spoilerific.
Yeah. Yo, that doesn't sound like a bad plan. We gotta work it out.
People, we got that.
Yeah. The thing is, though, walking in with mics and stuff, they might not allow that.
And a camcorder.
And a camcorder, we might get tackled to the ground.
Chill. We're not pirates. We're just filming a podcast.
Just be like, yo. We just want to film a podcast. You know, we're not recording any movies. We're just recording the beginning and end. We'll probably have a security guard sitting next to us, making sure like we do stuff
going through our footage.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be funny.
We can do that for real.
Yeah, so I think we got a lot to come out of Marvel and a lot to come out of DC, and looking forward to exploring that with you guys.
Because Marvel owns the summer right now. You got to think about it. We got Black Widow, we got episode 6 of Loki next week. We got Shang-Chi in September.
Yeah.
We got What If in August. I feel like every month Marvel's putting something. We got Eternals in November. Right? And then we have the 25th of December. We have
Spiderman. No Way Home.
Spiderman, yeah.
It was supposed to be this year. Was supposed to be the Batman movie dropped with what is his name?
Robert Pattinson.
Oh,
and I was gonna say too. I think that we also get Hawkeye this December too, don't we?
Do we? I'm not 100% sure. I think we get a little. I think 2022 is Miss Marvel, something with Miss Marvel, TV show or movie.
And Doctor Strange comes out 2022 as well.
Yeah, and 2022 we're supposed to be getting the Batman with Robert Pattinson.
Suicide Squad 2 I think comes out. No, Suicide Squad comes out in August. So
yeah.
Okay, so DC's doing something.
Their games got pushed back to 2022. All of them.
I think we get Shazam next year too.
Shazam gets some.
And
Black Adam.
Black Adam. Yeah, I think Black Adam. Too.
I think 2022 will be the year of DC.
They need to give us Man of Steel 2.
Man of Steel 2?
Yeah, and X-Men again. I know that's your favorite.
X-Men is not DC. That's Disney.
I know. I understand what I'm saying, but X-Men, Marvel needs to come out with the X-Men movie for you.
I don't think
it's your favorite.
I mean, you know what? I take that back. Go for it. Let's see how they do. Let's see how DC and Marvel handle X-Men, because I feel like Fox did crap. Fox
did great. We're gonna have to agree to disagree on that one.
Fantastic Four, 2022 was it or 2023?
I didn't even know Fantastic Four was coming out.
Yeah, they're making a new one. There was a little trailer for it.
They need to bring back Michael B. Jordan as the Human Torch.
Do you want that?
No, I'm just saying random stuff.
I know you are, because I don't think no one wants that.
That movie was not as bad. It was just super predictable.
It was garbage. That movie was absolute trash.
It looked like
Same thing with all the X-Men. Absolute trash.
Bro, you're taking it too far. And it looked like it was written
We're
by
going to
a
get into
10-year-old.
another argument about this, and we're going to talk about it after the podcast, like last time, why it's trash. All right. I think this was a good episode. How do you feel about this episode?
I feel pretty good about this.
Yeah. I think this episode was a lot better than X-Men.
Yeah,
you gonna diss our podcast?
I'm not gonna diss our podcast.
You gonna diss our podcast?
X-Men Days of Future Past is a masterpiece. If you guys ever
I think our podcast is still better.
Actually, you know what I watched recently too that I forgot how good it was? Shazam, the first one.
Shazam is amazing.
I thought it was. I really enjoyed that. I was like, you know what, man?
Shazam's amazing.
This is good, man. This was good. This was
all right. I'm Jay Josiah.
I'm the best dad ever. I'm we're
Debatable.
out today, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Catch you guys later.
Enjoy the spoilers.
Woo!
Shout out to Sensi again.